Hi, I'm Mike from Advisory. If you're watching this, you're about to go on a journey to learn how to reveal the growth fundamental framework to your clients as part of the process in securing advisory services. In this video, I want to explain why it's really important that you take the time to rehearse, and I'll give you a couple of key reasons. After this video, you'll get a demonstration, and below that, you'll see some practical tips and tricks. But before you go to those, it's important you understand why the rehearsal is so critical. You see, some of you might think, surely I could just take the photo, show that to the client, and that would be enough. And the answer is no. The reason being, they will get map shock, meaning they won't create any association. You'll just create confusion. But I'm going to give you a couple of reasons why the rehearsal is so important. So please bear with me. The first is that if you want a position in their brain as a strategic advisor, you must first create theatre in their mind. What do I mean by that? If you want a position in their brain, meaning if you want the people afterwards to just have a strong belief, something that they believe to be a fact, that you're the one that can help them grow their business, then you need to first create theatre in their mind. You see, the theatre in the mind is the emotional connection, it's association. But after those feelings have died down, it then transfers into a strong belief, a known fact. That's what we're trying to achieve. To do that, one of the easiest ways to create that connection is through storytelling. You see, a story has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And as you reveal the story to them, start piece by piece, they start to see themselves in the story and they create association to it. You explaining the types of events they could likely bump into, they will then create the connection that if you can explain what's likely to happen, you must therefore, logic would suggest, be able to help them with what's began to happen. Now the issue of credibility and capability is squared away, so that when you create suggestions for what they could do to go forward, they're going to be a lot more accepting. You're going to get a better chance of them accepting your recommendations. So that's why the power of the reveal is so important. It creates the emotional connection. The other part is, remember, after you've secured the advisory service, the success is going to be their completion of the task. So our presentation isn't just to position you in their mind, it's to position in them that if they follow what you tell them, they will achieve success. We want them to follow through on the recommendations, not just pay for them. So what's that all about? Think about it. If we're going to get them to change a behavior, effectively, we're going to recommend another behavior. So we need to understand, if you're building new behaviors, how does that happen? You might think of it as changing a habit. And you might think, well, you just do something for 21 days. Well, that's not correct. Actually, there's 5 components to changing a habit or building a new one. So they are global, local, trigger, micro habit, global. So I'll say that again. Global, local, trigger, i.e. hitting rock bottom. Micro habit, that's where the practice comes in, global. Global, local, trigger, micro habit, global. What's going on there? Well, let me explain. Let's assume that I'm a smoker, right? So the global message is, if I don't give up smoking, I could get lung cancer and die, and I'll spend a lot of money. Now, that might be true, but it's so far away. It's so far in the distance. It doesn't confront me, so it won't change my behavior. The local connection, I start coughing up stuff in the morning and I think, oh, that's unusual. I haven't done that before. But now I need that trigger, that bottom, rock bottom event. And that might be, let's say I've got a niece or a nephew and they say, hey, Uncle Mike, we don't want you to die. You should give up smoking. And then maybe my wife says, oh, come on, we'll go and do a marathon together. And the money that you save, we can spend on a holiday or something like that. So I've got the big reason to do it. I've got a little bit of a local issue. So now it's becoming shorter in my time frame. It's becoming more sort of imminent. Then I've got this trigger event. Then I need micro habit. And that micro habit might be, instead of smoking, say, a pack a day, I say, well, I'm going to smoke 5 a day for 3 weeks. So I'm going to drink 3 liters of water. So I'm now introducing a new habit. And then it goes back to the global perspective, which is, one day when this is done, I'll be smoke free and I'll save money and everybody be happy. So that's the pathway. What's that got to do with the growth curve? Delighted you ask. Global. Here's the 9 stages that a business goes through. Local, where are you on the business? Where would you like to get through? Trigger, what are some issues that you're dealing with right now? The trigger event is when you pull down from advisory a list of pre-packaged improvement suggestions, or calls them success actions, right? You'll learn all about this later. So you pull these actions down. And then the micro habit is, which of these can we get done short term? And then the big global picture again is where your business will be if we do it. So from a credibility point of view, the fact that when you pull down the success actions, well, surely you must have done these before. So there's going to be some sort of assumptions made on the client's mind that they will be successful because you've clearly worked with others. So that's why the power of the reveal. That's why if we just show them the picture, they won't mentally go through all those stages of understanding. So I know this video has taken longer than you would have liked, but the short way to say it is, hey, don't cheat, just do the practice. However, sometimes that message doesn't get across. So now you can understand that by design, the growth curve is designed to help you reveal the story. The power of the storytelling and the reveal is very important. And it's going to help long term, not just with them signing up for the service, but also making it successful by following through on your actions. One last thing, when you go through the training, you're going to hear things like chunking or anchoring, and controlling the reveal, and these types of things. I want you to understand that the techniques you're learning to reveal this curve could also be useful if you were presenting to a board, or giving a speech, or working at a seminar or a workshop, or designing a workshop. So whilst we're at early stages in your advisory journey here, everything you're about to go through in the growth curve will help serve you as you develop through your career as well. That being said, I'll leave you to watch the demonstration. Remember, in the demonstration, you're not expected to repeat it. Whatever you do, make sure that you make it authentic, do your own storytelling, watch the tips and tricks, and then get on there and practice. Good luck, and thanks for watching.